New at 10, a significant proposition is underway in the city of Hannibal. It could reshape the transparency and accountability within local government. Proposition R is under consideration and calls for a mandatory monthly management report. It includes contributions from the city manager, city clerk, and other department heads.
You got to communicate, and if you don't communicate, you can't make informed decisions. I think the stakes are even higher here because we're dealing with your dollars. We're dealing with taxpayer dollars. If there can't be communication and accountability and transparency when it comes to taxpayer dollars, then there's something seriously wrong here.
Councilman Stephen Franke says the proposition arose from nearly a year of no monthly reports being pushed out from the local government with no explanation. The report would require the city manager, along with other entities, to submit their monthly activities and the activities of City Hall. Franke says if the City Council enforced Proposition R, it would improve communication from the city manager to the City Council.
The whole situation is kind of sad because the City Council is not working together. This shouldn't be an issue that the population has to vote on. This is a normal course of business, produce a monthly report of what activities have gone on.
Proposition R will go to the voters tomorrow.